Deadly attacks are on the rise across Nigeria, and now the call for self-defense is echoing, even from those who swore to protect.
I urge the traditional leaders and youth associations to reactivate local vigilante groups.
We have to allow some level of armament for the communities, and they can serve as the first line of defense.
Vigilante groups, once at the background of Nigeria's security architecture, are rising to the fore. But there are concerns.
It's easy for them to become instruments of oppression or coercion to people of other ethnicity.
In pre-colonial Nigeria, they were known by varying nomenclatures. Now, they are being reactivated to complement the country's overstretched security system. At the heart of Boko Haram insurgency in northeastern Nigeria's Borno State, the Civilian Joint Task Force emerged, leading community-based resistance against their insurgency.
Military man doesn't know who is Boko Haram. The Boko Haram, they are brothers and sisters that we are living in the same community, in the same environment, in the same neighborhood. So we agree to support the leader, who is the Lawajaba, to chase out all those, arrest them and hand them over to the security agencies.
Despite recent attacks, many residents here believe the Civilian Joint Task Force changed the game positively.
They are doing an excellent job. Only that adequate training has not been given to them. People use them for bullying, People use them to attack political interests.
I want the government to regulate them, open ministry for them.
In north-central Nigeria's Plateau State, where several communities have been sacked by gunmen, Mildred Shepsuk leads the state command of the Vigilante Group of Nigeria, a group of about 8,000 volunteers.
There are so many communities in Plateau State that if not vigilante, they don't have security in their communities. Especially in the nights, we can just get a call that kidnappers have entered here. Our men will be there and they will try to reach out to the police. At times, if the police come, before they come, the vigilante have swim into action.
Immediately we call them. You will see them before any other group.
Bringing the vigilante, the community watch and empowering them, I believe the whole of this will be stopped.
But a long legal battle over the Commandant General's position threatens the potency of the group.
If you hear a story of a vigilante caught in a crime, it's not this vigilante. It's not this vigilante. Vigilante has an issue of leadership tussle, of which we are done with it now.
In response to festering insecurity across Nigeria, several states established their own security outfits. Among them is Amotekun Corps, operating across southwestern Nigeria.
Your state has 351 wards. As of today, we are already present in 322 wards. So we are virtually getting closer to the targeted goal. And what we do basically is that we conduct preliminary investigation and then transfer to the relevant security agencies.
But how well equipped is Amotekun Corps?
The Amotekun you have today is not the Amotekun that was written by, I think about 40 people were brought together from southwest states to come up with that. The problem is the governors. They have more than enough resources to do what is required, but they refuse to. I'll give you another example. They refuse to equip the Amotekun the way they should.
Although several states have set up security outfits through local laws, there is no unified national framework to regulate these vigilante groups.
It's an act of illegality to have enactment at state level that seems to legitimize security outfits. The proper thing to be done is for the Constitution to be amended to allow for state police.
The law presently is deficient with allowing them carrying guns. But there are some states where they carry those guns. But in the reality, they are not doing it legally.
Vigilante
are supposed to be part of a very structured community policing project, controlled and supervised by security agencies. But in the absence of that, definitely vigilantes will be operating with their own rules and regulations, which is not befitting at all.
The recent mob killing of 16 hunters traveling to northwestern Nigeria's Kano State through Uromi, southern Edo State, is a stark reminder of the urgency for a standard rule of engagement.
We have trained our men. When they see such, they know exactly what to do. Stop them, profile them, primary profiling around that area. That's a simple question. Where are you coming from? Profile them, and then if they are going, and let them go, then we monitor them.
We don't go on this type of operations without the conventional security. We have an agreement with them, we go out with them, and they cover us up.
We have some disciplinary provisions in the Constitution, so we will refer it to the disciplinary committee. He will be suspended or dismissed and hand over to the other security agencies that they will take them to court for other prosecutions.
I've caught so many of my boys who are conniving with criminals. I have about 8 of them in prison now that are handed over. Ministry of Justice, you must prosecute them.
Law enforcement agents like the Nigeria Police Force and other enforcement agencies need to reach out and bring these vigilante groups under their umbrella. They need to hold township meetings with them. They can organize seminars, symposiums to enlighten and educate both the leadership and the foot soldiers.
Following recent attacks in Plateau State, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, says ethnic profiling must stop.
We must stop ethnic profiling of criminals. Criminals must be dealt with as criminals. Criminals don't have tribes. They are just criminals.
But with vigilante groups rapidly multiplying, authorities may need more than caution. Some experts say rising insecurity and scramble for state security outfits all point in one direction.
I think the proper thing should be done, and that is amend the Constitution to allow for state police, then put up a proper framework of laws and accountability, a governance structure that spells out the powers and responsibilities.
I believe the main issue is to have a very clear-cut national security policy, which we don't have now. The National Constitution is grossly inadequate as a security document.
First of all, address insecurity from economic point of view. Then address it also from the military or police point of view by making sure that you have enough policemen on ground. If it means having state police, good and fine.
But until that happens, a reinforced first line of defense for communities is desirable.
We are eager to serve, whether we are paid or not. We are ready to serve as we have been serving.
My joy is to see people living in a peaceful environment.
We are in the communities. We know the criminal in and out of the criminals.
You can see me, I'm with my Mizu here. Whatever happens, sometimes we light our fellow colleagues.
With Nigeria's security system stretched thin, these men and women are stepping up to fill the gap, but without a strong framework to guide, protect and empower them, experts say this stopgap solution risks becoming a dangerous liability. Ayuba, Ilya, Gist, Nigeria.